When you need to know. Breaking news. Trump supporters managed to breach the walls of the Capitol building and actually make their way to the Senate floor. Traffic. The right lane is blocked by emergency crews as they deal with crash cleanup here. A load of 4-kilometer backup.
Look. It's a trolley. It's a trolley.
Freezing rain warnings are in place when you need to know.
So I found, oh, look at this. For 57 grams, 0 grams of sugar. Okay, so, and there is some sugar in here. Okay, it's in the ingredients.
Ammonia coolant lines, part of the International Space Station's external cooling system. But so much ammonia is spewed out, Mission Control said it was going to be conservative and require extra inspections.
And you ready for me to come out? Yeah, safety captains are kind of hanging out in the hatchway. Right there. And the weather is great.
Oh, I think this thing is did we break the seal on it? Uh-oh.
The astronauts' first suit check found nothing was amiss. Your business report coming up in 1 minute. 680 News Channel.
Look at the trolley. It's a cable car.
The jackpot is an estimated $27 million. What does it feel like to play for a prize that big? Well, just having a ticket feels a lot like that moment between and so get that $6.49.
The only reason I don't bitch about the paper label on these tins is this opening thing here.
$1 million plus the guaranteed $1 million prize.
I got pockets full of scrap metal.
Ciao, I'm Dominic Primucci, and I'm excited to share we now offer plant-based pepperoni. We call it Planteroni.
And you're evil.
Flavor, try one of our delicious plant-based creations. Make it all vegan.
HDX, Home Depot, Atlanta, Georgia. 2455 Paces Ferry Road, NW. I don't know, is that Northwest? We don't have any diagonal roads up here. If I throw this in the mail, will they get it back? God damn.
Canadian pay television provider Super Channel is now waiting on a decision from a court in Alberta. The entertainment company is seeking an injunction which would prevent Canadian retailers from selling set-top boxes which are designed to illegally pirate TV programming. Don McDonald is the president and CEO at Super Channel. So what kind of devices are we talking about?
Some people refer to them as an Android box, and they use a Kodi software plugin that searches the internet looking for these shows that you don't have to pay for.
Oh, that's horrible. Remember when they tried to make the VCR illegal? And they tried to make the cassette recorder illegal. Oh, yes, they did. Did you know you could buy a CD recorder in like 1987? They had them. It's $1,200 fucking dollars US.
At the same time, they mentioned that in North America,
it's no longer on the bottom shelf. It's on the second shelf in the bottom. I'm not joking. If you get confused, there's our Compliments brand, store brand tomato juice.
So you do an extrapolation on what this is costing the industry just in Canada.
And they got a new manager.
$125 million per month.
I know they already had a new manager. They got another new one.
And that's just in Canada.
And for an industry already struggling through a pandemic, that is a big hit.
Oh, that industry's struggling. Jesus Christ, really? You're struggling for the pandemic. Wow. Fuck, we're all doing great over here.
Guess what?
If you're cracking down on people going after illegal TV, you know what's going to happen? People just won't watch TV. You're not going to get the paying customers back, stupid. 2009, was it? The very first time in history, in United States history, that cable TV subscriptions went down.
At the Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker.
Ernie HomeSafe is your trusted residential electrical.
So this is akin to the
electrical wiring in your home safe?
gray market satellite dishes. They call them gray market. You get a mailing address in New York. You install the satellite dish up here.
trained electricians.
There's nothing they can do about it.
Identifying and repairing electrical.
Well, the airwaves are supposed to stop at the.
Home-safe
Well, it
electrical
doesn't work that
inspection
way.
today, and make sure your home and family are safe. Book your no-charge assessment at ismyhomesafe.ca.
Planted a bunch
protocols
of
in place.
gojis and
Protect
tomatoes.
yourself, protect your family, and protect the ones around you. SafetyMasks.ca is your one source for personal protective equipment. Now available.
I don't know what it came off of.
Daily protective masks for only $9.95 plus tax.
This is apparently exactly 4 inches because it will not slide into a 4-inch pipe.
With quick, easy, and convenient PPE solutions
Oh.
sent straight to your door.
Broski.
From safety masks to gloves, hand sanitizer, disinfectant wipes, and gowns.
Rocks and a reflective cellar. Somebody smashed up the rocks in the road.
Now, 680 News regional weather conditions for capitaldirect.ca.
Find
Take
this
a little,
shit in the-
pay
oh,
a
there's
little.
dust
A
coming
flexi
off.
line by Capital Direct allows you to take only what you need when you want it.
307AYC. That means somebody else.
New Capital.
You're looking for one of those? I'll sell it to you. I'll trade you for a tin of meat.
One partly cloudy in Richmond Hill, 1 degree, and sunny down to Toronto, 3 degrees, and clear. It's +2 at Pearson.
Got a
680 News
CO2
Time.
cartridge. It's been out there all winter.
For breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is 680 News. It is Saturday, March 13th. Good
Really?
afternoon. I'm Zach Bogustian.
And I'm Kate Maloney.
Nice stream about Saturday the 13th. Is that
in Toronto.
One of the sure signs that spring is close at hand is that you're able to get on with the pothole blitzes.
And the first blitz is
You
happening
getting
today.
blitzed off clock?
Some Ontarians in their early
Holy.
60s can begin receiving AstraZeneca vaccines from their family doctor today in 6 regions, including Toronto and Peel region, but not all doctors have doses to dole out.
Yes, if you bolt this to a wall randomly.
1,400 cases of COVID-19 today, the highest total in over a month.
Here's your semi-annual reminder to reset your alarm clock. We'll lose an hour of sleep as clocks spring forward for daylight saving time.
This is Japan, Germany. I ain't going to fucking work on a schedule. I get up when I get up,
And we'll
and
preview the
we'll
least
see what happens.
tonight. Sports at 15. And coming up in business.
These people hate being left to their own devices. They get to be in their house all day long as long as they get the work done. And they fucking hate it.
680 News Time, 401.
Traffic and weather together. Here's Christine Lagos.
Oh, you know what that is? It's 4 1/4.
Friday Harbor. I'm looking at delays here on the northbound Don Valley Parkway
I just
from
gotta know.
Bayview Bloor to
Just
Don
gotta
Mills
know.
and taking a look at our cameras. I can't spot
It is
anything
4
here.
1/4.
If you're there and can update me.
Nice.
Star 680 on your mobile,
It's an
please.
1/8 on each side. That's why in the fucking pipe I was testing, I was
approaching
1/4 inch.
Eglinton
That's
to
why I
York
did
Mills. On the eastbound 401, it's slow from
Do
Highway
not jam
25
up
to
the
east of
4-inch
James
pipe.
Mill. And we had an issue briefly eastbound 401 east of the 427. It's been cleared away. It's still slow on the approach to the 427. Eastbound 401 is heavy through Keel and the collectors, Bayview to Leslie collectors, and through Kennedy and the collectors. You'll
Planted
also
all
find
the
it slow
tomatoes.
westbound 401 from Islington Express to Dixon, approaching Mavis Express to approaching Mississauga Road. It's slow on the southbound 404 Don Valley, but only from approaching Shepherd to South
If
Lawrence.
you're not familiar with these, you'll figure it out in a second. That is a lottery ticket filling in form for the. Never mind, you figure that out.
On the eastbound QEW, you'll find it slow from
'Cause I'm
approaching
from the
Dorval
West
to Ford
End.
Drive. Eastbound Gardner is slow from Parkside to Dufferin. Still a bit of a delay approaching York to Jarvis as well. And Thornhill, New Westminster at West Promenade.
Minster! Minster!
Get away to Friday
I'm pretty
Harbor
sure.
and get back to the
I'm
things
pretty
you
sure
love.
it's West.
Enjoy winter
No,
sports
she might be right. Hold on a second. No, we got some weird names out here.
Friday Harbor, come for the day of a lifetime. Friday, I'm in love. Your next report is at 4:11, and now with the forecast, here is Jason
Oh, and if
Fraser.
you're wondering, these bastards here, the meat, it's all the way up to $1.75. But it's $4 fucking dollars at Walmart, so fuck them. Yeah, the Danes make another product like this, pork and ham. It says this one just says pork. This is chicken and pork. That one says pork and ham. And where this one says 0 grams of sugar, that one says I forget, more, 1 or something. And the best before dates, it was produced May 2019. It's good till 2024. Something like that. It was 2022, December 1st. Establishment number 459. Where's the Canadian logo? Canada, Canada, Canada. You see the circle?
If you're out driving or riding your bike in Toronto to get essentials, expect some delays for the pothole repair
4 or
list.
5 minutes.
Mayor John Tory says he understands the traffic disruptions can be frustrating.
It should. This is like the snowplow thing. You're trying to go ahead of the snowplow so you can get stuck first. That makes a lot of sense.
trying to do that, but we are trying to keep up with these repairs in a better way than might have been the case in the past. And we're making the investments necessary to do that in the interest of safety.
Right,
in the
the key,
interest of
okay.
just
Where am I
having
going to hang it from? There's a chain hanging from a box. They installed brand new fiber optic cables. They leave all the smashed up junction boxes in place.
Each pothole costing about $25 to fill in. When you spot a pothole that needs
one nice thing about fiber optics, the cables themselves are immune to electromagnetic pulses.
Let us know by email at AFRO-DUTCH about potholes that you see, because that's the best way we have.
Oh, right, I got to report that slide.
Since the beginning of the year, the city has fixed around 30,000 potholes. I'm Michelle Morton.
Meantime, Ontario is reporting the highest number of new COVID-19 cases in a day since February 7th. The province logged 1,468 infections over the last 24 hours. It brings the 7-day rolling average up to 1,337. It was just sitting at over 1,000 last week, and there were 11 additional deaths and more than 58,400 tests completed. Health Minister Christine Elliott says Toronto made up 381 of the cases, 226 in Peel and 168 in York Region.
The province is launching its second AstraZeneca vaccine.
We're from the province.
Today, giving shots to those between the ages of 60 to 64. It comes on the heels of Toronto opening its own portal to those born before 1941.
Portal, like a
city's Alex Bloomfield has the
Stargate or some shit.
The chosen regions: Toronto, Peel, Hamilton, Guelph, Peterborough, and Simcoe, Muskoka. Now, not all doctors in those health units have received doses as part of this pilot. Those 60 to 64 with doctors taking part will be contacted. Only about 15% of the province's initial delivery of AstraZeneca doses are being given out this way. The rest
Canadian
of the pharmacy
favorite. You
pilot
can't
that
count all the
officially
Maple
launched
Leafs on this
three
fucking
regions,
package.
including Toronto. Several European countries have recently halted AstraZeneca vaccination.
There's one here, there's one here. Made from Canadian apples. The apple stem is a maple leaf. That's wrong. That's Island of Dr. Moreau type shit.
Meantime, Toronto seniors 80 and older can continue booking appointments ahead of the opening of 3 mass vaccination sites in the city next week. The booking portal
These do not need a paper label, period.
Until 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Which tins of meat? Dude, these don't. Why? Because the paper keeps dirt from getting on the side of the can. These are fucking emergency rations. You want to be able to open these up no matter how bad the conditions are. The paper covers up this part here.
But some people are not waiting their turn.
Notice it's not one strip of metal, it's 2.
To the general public,
You can tear that shit open no matter what. You get it open.
Kieran Cooner has the latest from Kitchener.
This here should be fucking printed on the can, bro. Right on the end here. Government approved agent. GCAJ.
Their best to immunize those in priority groups first.
There absolutely have been instances where my team has turned people away.
Damn
They
it.
shouldn't have, because they were in a priority group. And I'm quite sure there's people who were not in
Doesn't matter, it's free, not free. This shit comes off my land and you didn't pay for it. Or you did and the government's holding on to the money. So please, it's no different than the copyright violating duties and levies on CDs, blank media. You have to pay the record company first before you put out your competing product. What the fucking hell is that?
Login information was available to unauthorized individuals.
I'm talking to
The
you.
tax agency says affected users will be locked out as a preventive measure until they create a new user ID and password. The CRA says those accounts were not compromised. Login information may have been obtained by unauthorized third parties through a variety of means by sources external to the CRA, including email phishing. This comes less than a month after the tax agency reported a similar issue. Accounts
Now here's the problem. They said they're locking the accounts that use the same user ID and password as the CRA thing. So you're checking the dark web data that's been found, and then you're attempting to log into people's accounts with it. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
When the clocks spring ahead, 680's Madison Fitzpatrick has more.
It's that time again, and it all starts at 2 o'clock Sunday morning. We all know the shift too well, but sleep experts warn the transition leaves many people tired, and it could take a few days to adjust. Duke University sleep expert Dr. Jade Wu says it even takes a toll on people's mental health.
greater rates of suicidal thoughts and depression symptoms, and even emergency room visits. And I've also heard that the stock market also tends to be more volatile.
The switch comes as the province is trying to end the semi-annual clock changes. It built to make daylight saving time permanent across Ontario passed through legislation in the fall. However, it will only take effect if similar changes are agreed upon in Quebec and New York State. Don't forget to reset your alarm clock.
Hey, stupid. It's already been agreed to. We're just waiting to pick what year we're going to do this. Oh, yeah. It's already been agreed to. Oh, well, all these jurisdictions have already agreed. Fuck this. Internally to themselves. Well, so much for that. I don't give a fuck who it was. I'm turning it off. Now, if I was listening to a music station and they played a song I didn't like, that's on me. This is not a fucking music station. Do they subscribe to the fucking catalogs, to the ASCAP and all that shit? No. Why would they? They're not a music station. They don't even pay for that shit. They play 30 seconds of it, I get a copyright strike, right?
We'll get a look at the price of the pumps next.
This is 680 News. This is 680 News.
Hi, I'm George Canyon, and the Dexcom G6 continuous glucose monitoring system has changed how I live with diabetes. There are no more finger pricks or scanning required, and it can alert me before I go low. And it's covered by most private insurers. Find out more about the G6 at Dexcom.com.
If readings from the G6 do not match symptoms or expectations, use a blood glucose meter to make treatment decisions. The Dexcom G6 is indicated for the management of diabetes in persons aged 2 years and older. Always read and follow the label.
And now the 680 News gas price update. Empro says no change at midnight. It's holding $1.29 a liter at most GTA stations. I'll get updates on your drive and forecast next.
680 News done 410.
Really?
The world needs more friendly, now more than ever. With TELUS, friendly means becoming part of something bigger. Using technology for good will help make our world a better place by making healthcare more accessible, creating a safer food supply, and connecting Canadians in need to what matters most. So let's make the future friendly together. Join us at TELUS.com/social impact.
Okay, you know what? That was really good. I just need you to try one a little lower.
Okay, HSBC is offering a low mortgage rate. It's one of Canada's lowest mortgage rates.
Even lower.
It's 0.99% APR on a 5-year variable closed-term high-ratio mortgage.
Wow, that is low.
Okay.
HSBC Bank. Together we thrive. Rates subject to change without notice. A high ratio mortgage.
What did I see this? I planted hundreds of tomatoes and a few goji berries. I found a plantation of goji berries. I didn't know it was there. Or wolf berries or whatever.
Traffic and weather together on the road. Let's check the drive now with Christine Lango.
Thank you, Zach. And I'm just looking at the northbound Don Valley Parkway. It really is filled in from approaching Blue ramp to southbound Don Mills. Apparently that ramp is still closed for construction, and that's causing quite a backup. And then you'll find it busy from approaching Eglinton as you make your way up towards York Mills. A lot of this is just volume of traffic as well. On the westbound 407 approaching Mississauga Road, heads up, we have some debris strewn across the roadway. And we had a crash eastbound 401 east of James Snow Parkway, blocking a lane. It's still slow from Highway 25. Then a bit busy eastbound 401 approaching the 427 to about Kipling. But in general, I'm looking to that area. It's really easing quickly. Eastbound 401 a bit slow through Keel and the collectors, and again through Leslie and the collectors. But all in all, not a bad drive now on the 401 across the city. Westbound 401, we had a slight delay from Islington in the express to Dixon, and in the west, it's heavy approaching Mavis Express to approaching Mississauga Road.
And there's little green things that pop up all over.
It's busy approaching Shepherd to south of Lawrence, and there's still a bit of volume on the westbound QEW from Appleby to west of Guelph line. It really has come a long way. Eastbound QEW is slow from approaching Dorval to Ford Drive, and some volume on the eastbound to Gardner from York to east of Jarvis, rather. Construction where you're reduced to 2 lanes.
In this little section here where I live, the rail lines are separate. There's buildings and walls and shit. So if you wanted to go look at the plants growing next to the tracks, you would have to be on the tracks. There's no one to talk to. On where there's fences and you can walk on the one side, I'm planting everything.
And as we continue to see sunny skies across the GTA, and we'll continue to see clear skies tonight. Now tomorrow, many many of us are going to see some sunshine, but a few of us could see a few flurries, especially for northern areas of the GTA, including Barrie and the New Market area. It's also going to be cooler as well, as we'll see the wind shift from the south to the north. We'll top out right around 2 degrees. 5 degrees right now at Pearson, our overnight low, -1.
I don't know if I would love cigarettes as much if I didn't have sickle cell.
There's a new outdoor art exhibit in Toronto. Luminosity starts today.
Luminosity. Are you going to call it White Night? White Night, almost like the Ku Klux Klan, or you're going to go a little more subtle with it this time?
Organizers say it allows people to explore the neighborhood in a socially distanced and safe way.
We've been using these since like
today's top stories and
late 80s, early
coming up
90s.
in 60 seconds.
You check off the numbers, and they do it this way, so the guy entering the numbers on the computer, neither one of you has to speak the same language, and it reduces mistakes. It's for the lottery, that's all it is. Government gambling. Yeah, you want us to use apps and everything. Yes, I got half of the fucking Google apps on here turned off.
233 steps. 0.23 kilometers, 11 calories burned.
You're obviously lying, because I've been out for 2 fucking hours. I don't have a joint hold yet. Oh, we're on fucking sports. Hold on.
It's not that it will never do that, but we should be
So I got the
immensely grateful
planters
for
down
this.
by the,
We should be
what's her
celebrating it.
name?
And knowing this, we should be looking at
Holly Jones Park at.
encouraging
There's more than
activities that
one
are
of those.
safe for
I got
youth.
the planters there with
And
gojies and
basically
tomatoes.
looking into
I
the
got
entire health. I mean, health being a state of complete physical, mental,
the rail
social
line just
well-being.
north
It's
of
not just
Dundas,
the absence of COVID.
past DuPont
And-
Net and all that shit.
We, even in the event
Or I
of
got a little bit
at
there.
this point, we should be able to have nuanced and age-specific messaging so that we minimize the
Next to the
possibility of transmission
General
to high-risk
Canadian General Electric
causing
Company,
more harm.
Wallace Street Shop.
And this
That's
is
what it
all
says
about
on that
risk
water
benefit.
tower. You can't see it
Clearly,
now
we
because the
want to
paint's all
continue
fucked
to
up. But
avoid
even
closed spaces,
4 or 5
crowded
years ago, you
spaces
can still
with
read it.
close contact settings where there may be risk of transmission.
Oh, I didn't buy
But it
that.
doesn't
Shit, I
mean
got a bunch of stuff in here.
solitary,
Hold on.
it's essentially the equivalent to solitary confinement
EB
for a child.
menthols.
Or a
Menthols.
teenager,
When
but
you ever see that
frankly,
shit?
we all know that we're seeing increasing harm to our children. We're seeing increasing eating disorders, increasing drug abuse, increasing.
Yeah, but this is because of how you are handling or not handling things. It's not the kids that are fucked up. Kids don't know any different.
Cyber abuse and sexual,
put it to you like this.
sexual abuse. All of these things.
If you're
are
older than
important.
40,
We need to acknowledge that there's
think of
harm
when
being
you
done and
first heard
minimize
about
that. And
HIV.
we're not minimizing
Okay.
it by
Now, for
isolating
me,
our kids.
it's always
Dr.
existed.
Fulford, I thank you.
But for you, fuck.
Thank you
The
for
difference between the
asking me.
70s and 80s was night and fucking day, wasn't it?
I keep visualizing a little child who now has to try to understand that they're being isolated in their own home, and they're little. They don't have any life experience. They're already scared of what they're facing. And now they're being isolated.
That's 10 cents, but also have somebody else's
Let's
matches.
jam it all into the one-size-fits-all model so that we can answer most easily for ourselves. And when it comes to a policy discussion, it just
I didn't
doesn't make
weigh
any
it.
sense to me. Thank you.
Yeah. With this one here, I'm not worried about what it weighs.
Dr. Martha Fulford, infectious diseases specialist at
That was an
McMaster
interesting smell.
University.
That was an interesting smell.
Oh, look, if you have...
So in the
personal
sun, the
experience
pigeons
with this
over there,
reality,
they got this
Why don't you
salmon
send me an email?
holographic shit around their neck.
to Roy@RoyGreenshow.com.
You ever seen a rusty colored
To
pigeon? It's got that salmon holographic shit on its neck.
If you're
That's
a
incredible.
parent who has received one of these notes or robocalls, or your kids are being isolated, or they want you to isolate your kids in your home, what's your circumstance? Send me an email, Roy@RoyGreenshow.com.
You're not
Perhaps
Charles
we can
Adler?
follow up,
Holy
and I won't
shit.
identify you, don't
All
worry.
you white boys sound the same to me.
I won't identify you. I'm just curious. Is this happening right
Now,
across
this
the
is where
country?
you go, ching, with a freeze frame of me, and then ching, the
When
guy,
we
my
come back,
doppelganger, because he would probably
Speaking
refer to
of
me as his
Michelle
doppelganger.
Garner, stay with us.
Yes, it's real.
Chorus
No,
Radio
we're not related.
Maybe we can be civil about
We're no
this.
more related than any other two human beings
Then
on the
again,
planet.
maybe we can't.
And Russell Alexander
Identical,
Family
I'm not
Lawyers.
kidding,
We
we're
sweat
not
this
related.
whole stuff so you don't have to. Go to bookria.ca to learn more. That's bookria.ca.
If you think it's time to get outside, look no further than the 2021 Toyota RAV4. With its refined interior and remarkable fuel economy, you sure can cover a lot of outside, all while remaining safely inside. Lease the 2021 Toyota RAV4 LE all-wheel drive from $88 weekly at 4.99% APR for 48 months with $2,500 down. Visit shoptoyota.ca or shop safely at your local Toyota dealer. With the Daily Grand Lotto, you can win $1,000 a day for life.
Wait, every single day?
Yeah.
So I'd start liking Mondays?
Probably.
But everybody hates Mondays, so I'd suddenly be an outcast, living on the fringes of society, a bizarre Monday-loving weirdo.
But you get $1,000 every day for life.
Then TGIM, baby, and every other day too.
The Daily Grand Lotto draws every Monday and Thursday.
Notice how many batteries I pick up off the floor. I'm reluctant to buy disposable batteries. Reluctant. Heavily reluctant. At the same point, carbon zinc ain't that bad for the environment. I buy rechargeable shit, gets stolen or something. Where's that leave me?
We live in a world where we benefit from racism. It's like with our Prime Minister and blackface. I mean, it didn't stop me from winning the election.
Alan Carter, weekdays at noon or anytime from Apple and Spotify podcasts. 640 Toronto.
As a business owner, you need a one-stop solution to all your IT needs.
You need. Will that be enough?
A viral TikTok highlights the somewhat comical.
Oh, I don't know what that was, but okay. I find so much infrastructure sticking out of the ground that, like, if you had to identify what it was, who installed it, and so if what it's made of, I don't care if you got the books and the computers and everything from the go, you won't figure it out. This neighborhood about in its contemporary format is about 250 years old. All these houses and things popped up around the railways. So when people talk shit about, oh, we're going to get the railways moved and they got to stop moving this and that and this and that, the railways will work with you a little bit. They're supposed to move hazardous goods around the city instead of through the city. Because of the Via Rail plot, the test the RCMP did on CSIS, was it the RCMP? The Army, somebody, they parked a cube van out front of CSIS, walked away, left it there all day. Nobody noticed. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem, because if you're familiar with the World Trade Center and you wonder why sometimes there's references to blowing up the World Trade that came out before 2001, it's because there were 2 attempts on knocking that bitch down. Now, if you fly airplanes into the side of a high-rise building, a steel and concrete building, nothing's going to happen. If you can blow out if you can put explosives in the parking garage, you may well damage some of the columns and you may well bring it down. Now, looking at buildings, how they build them now, they put so many fucking, they're footings, but they're not the long, flat footings. They're drilled straight down. They're round, and they drill straight down into the ground. They put so many of them, you could knock out half of them, and the other half won't fucking move. The caissons, or whatever, for the footings, for this Davenport Diamonds elevated train bridge, they're 4 feet in diameter. Gonna be a big motherfucking thing. I'm planting everything up and down that line. Oh yeah, all that carbon dioxide and unburned hydrocarbons. These plants love them. And the places where I thought the grapes appeared to be endemic, it's almost a visual trick. There's they're not nearly as extensive as they look. And a lot of the grapevines out here don't produce much in the way of fruit. They either don't produce any fruit, or I can't see it, or I haven't seen it or found it at the right time. I'm not interested in grapevines that don't have fruit. How many storm drains did I clean today? I don't know, 2, 3, 4 dozen. Not sure. Yes, I've been doing this a year. No, I still don't know where they all are. I lose them in the snow. I swear to God, I'm checking on Google Maps like a week ago because we still had snow. And yeah, you can see them. I need to split. And then I will hit the music button. And then I will attempt to bring you something somewhat productive. And I have about a dozen links in my clip stack here, which is an app you can find down there, which just basically means if you hit the share button, one of your options is to hit clip stack. Clip stack keeps a record of your copy and paste. And later on, you can find them and just click on it, and it copies it instantly. You can edit them if there's extra shit in there you don't need. And they're in the top 200 format, where like the last one you use, it goes up to the top of the list. So I've got a bunch of them in there. I'm going to share to Facebook and my world and all that. Moimir. I doubt that I'm saying that correctly, but if I tried, I think the Russians might understand me. Fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Was it MONMHP? Some shit like that. It's not an M. I know. I'm not Russian. If I shave, they walk up to me talking in Russian. Doesn't need to be cold. Oh, shit.
237 steps, 0.23 kilometers, 11 calories burned.
You're a lying whore. You're a lying fucking whore. I left here at like 1 o'clock. It's 4:30, you fucking cunt. Oh, so I figured, so if you're using the camera and the battery dies, everything resets. If the battery dies otherwise normally, it doesn't do that. I have to re-disable every Google app on this shit, and then the pedometer works correctly. No, I don't know why it works like that, but that is how it works. Oh. When I say I planted all the tomatoes, I mean I planted all the ones that I'm not planning on saving. If they got any... I'm about to hit the music button and the concrete drill kicks in. Are you serious? Bullshit. You cocksuckers. You just like drilling holes in concrete trying to damage the building. You cocksuckers. Fuck off. Damn it. Fucking hell, man. We're gonna keep this up with my phones, eh? Just non-stop with this shit. Oh. Let's try this again. As if this is important, man. If I was doing something important, I wouldn't have time to do that. I would have to make a video live while I was doing it. I couldn't do this shit after the fact. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Just to make sure the sound is working. What is the motivation? I just wonder sometimes, some of these programs, whether it's a government or a corporation or an individual, group of people, whatever, you harass people over the internet, and what is the end result supposed to be? Like, what is the end result supposed to be? Because in my case, I don't get it. I don't get it because every time you interrupt one of my videos, I just start another one. Because I didn't, so 2 years ago, I did not set out to make live videos all day, every day. But since there's nothing for me to do out there, and there's nothing for anybody else to do, I imagine that's a part of why the viewer numbers go up a little bit. If you fuck the video up, I'm just sit here and reboot the machine over and over till it starts working again, like a goddamn monkey working for the army, okay? Because that's what I am, and that's what I do. My mother's father maintained medical equipment, meaning like heart monitors and shit like that at hospitals. Now, this goes back decades, so I don't know exactly what equipment they had. It's not the same as what we have now. Now we got these little computer things that go beep, beep, beep. These people will ignore the alarms. It says the battery's dead. It won't stop beeping. Plug it in, stupid. They hit it. They drop the fucking probes on the ground. You just killed the audio. Keep it up, dickhead. Keep it up, dickhead. Keep it up, Officer Chomo. Keep it up, Officer Chomo. I'll just start a new video and tell the story for the 100th fucking time. And that's why nobody cares how crappy these videos are. They know I'll repeat it later. They don't have to go back and watch. Tries again. All right. That clicking sound. That clicking sound tells me we have audio. So he maintained medical equipment, and then my other grandfather, my father's father. So he didn't talk a lot about what he did because he went to Korea. To ask him about Korea, he'll tell you about Winnipeg. Yeah. Portage and Maine, coldest intersection in North America, minus 60 degrees, blah, 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 blah. Molyneux, you smell like a goddamn brewery. Okay, but the point is his job was to fix equipment and I don't know exactly what he did in the Army, but some of his jobs were fixing equipment and shit. One of them, if I remember correctly, they were fighting a forest fire or for some reason they had pumps all throughout the woods somewhere, up north and west of here, and I don't fucking remember how far. He said he could do whatever the fuck he wanted, but every 6 hours, clockwork, every 6 hours he had to make sure this pump he had to check this pump and make sure it was working. And it wasn't the only pump. There was a bunch of these up and down some body of water. It's something to do with fighting a forest fire, some shit, some fucking government land reuse type program. Can you hear that? Brrr. They're fucking using a concrete. Oh, here we go. Here we go. See how sharp that shit is? Now the alternative to make a lid that you pull up this way. I don't know what's better or worse. I don't have an opinion on that one. If I was sending them from China to Canada, I would make it that way, but I'm not. These are local. The little pieces of paper might be useful. The ones on the apple juice can are useless. Let's see. I don't know what these little black specks are. Every so often I find one. Oh, good. B19 bumps. That's what I need. How do I know? I scratched them and the tops came off. Fucking hell.
I lock it up down with my cerebral, but all you and your people been acting. Yo, check it. Yo.
Eat the corned beef, maybe it's like a corny white boy with a big toy in the back.
Using my lips because I'm a verbal murderer. You heard of me before. Derelict, the one the sickest rappers keeping it in score. I'ma keep it on lock. My lip locks like a Glock. I pop shots out my tongue and I'ma leave your ass shot.
If you really need, you can slice it.
You wanna come at me and claiming that you're hardcore. I battle rap and victimize you fucking whack MCs. So don't come at me because I'm like a venereal disease. Leave you sicking like the clap from Eddie gonorrhea. You don't want to fuck with this shit because I'll see you till your deathbed. Off the shit that I said, off the shit that I said.
People think they're big shit because of the money they got, what they eat, or whatever. You start bragging about lobsters, to me, I'm gonna laugh at you. Because one, I'm not a fan, which is odd. No hate it or anything. Because I'm looking at it's odd. You pay shitloads of money for that. At one time was considered garbage. We put in one of these styrofoam coolers and put it on an airplane and they're just shelling all the money.
Start a cycle and spark it, or else I'm gonna have to jack you up and rob your pockets, rob your wallet. Don't know what you
I forgot to ask him what it's called. One man always knows the real name. He knows the breeders, the whole supply chain.
I'm a hypocritical cat who used to stuff packs. Now I slang crack. No, I don't slang crack because I'm hypocritical because I said it was so bad. Now I'm sitting here and I'm acting oh so mad, but I'm oh so bad. At the same time, my brothers be making money, but it gets off the packs and that ain't damn funny. Seen the rig up in the fucking yard. Seeing your people run the play. Oh my God, like what we gonna do? Our kids be getting staffed up. Age of 12, like yo, let's get this cash up and get this cash up.
I'm a little confused. They're taking down a crane.
The negativity's a life of hell.
They didn't build the building yet.
Everything else, not the positives. Let's go.
That don't make sense, do it. You can look it up. It's called Junction House.
I'ma keep it on the mic and just flow.
They're taking the crane down, but they didn't finish building the building. Unless they're changing it or something, changing it to some different. I can't see why they would do that.
Yo.
So the crane. Keep it up, Officer Chomo. Keep it up, Officer Chomo. Keep it up, Officer Chomo. Yeah, my eyes closed or my mouth open. Because when I'm speaking, my mouth does open and close. But you got a problem with your fantasies, Officer Chomo. How do you equate? Oh, you're getting mad. You're getting mad. Officer Chomo's getting pissed. Officer Chomo, every time you freeze the screen with my mouth hanging open, do you notice the teeth? What's the fantasy you're having, Officer Chomo? Officer Chomo, I'm going to keep repeating your name until you stop doing that, Officer Chomo. What's the fantasy you're having, dumbass? Officer Chomo, we don't play. I'm from the West End. PK all day. You don't get it. We don't fuck around. My teeth are always clamped shut, and I'm always looking over both shoulders.
Still
always trying to
world.
Remember me? Oh, you don't remember? Good. Buddy, you're going to lose your fucking
it's a
face on it.
slimmed down version, of course.
Are you done, Officer Chomo? Are you done? Yeah, I give a fuck if I ruin my videos talking about you. I don't give a fuck. Because I'll outlast you. You think, wow, Officer Chomo is pissed. He's pissed. Officer Chomo. Officer Chomo, I can hear if the video's still got audio, you dumbass. This is why I don't give up and start over. Once you cut the audio, I will start over again. You want to keep this up, dumbass? God, you're fucking stupid. That's how I know you're a fucking cop.
About the Mi'kmaq people and the Halibu First Nation.
You have to score less than average on an IQ test. Wow. You're getting mad. You're getting so mad. You're getting so mad. Here, let's pause this for a second. Let's take the music application completely out of the equation. Yep. Let's take the music application completely out of the equation here. Because these dick weevils want me to, oh, every time I press a button, something goes wrong. No, that's not what's happening. Officer Chomo's angry. He's exceptionally jealous. He's pissed off. I'm one of the kids he never got to fuck. He's very angry about that. Officer Chomo's best friends with Mark Saunders. Yes, he is. Mark Saunders, the one that grabbed my nuts because my brother's mother wouldn't fuck him 40 years ago. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. My brother's mother. Not my mother, my brother's mother. Stupid. What are you doing fucking bothering me? Now, this is what keeps me thinking of him to make sure of what's going on out there. And if you had left it alone, you're supposed to separate and divide shit, you fucking moron. Are you fucking done, stupid? Hey, here's another thing. I guess I have to re-educate this newbie, too. Once you start, I just put the joint down and it stops. I'm not going to have a schizophrenic disease episode or some shit. I'm not going to begin hallucinating. The joint goes out within 2 seconds, bro. You can't even light gasoline on fire with this. So whose brain are you fucking with? Not mine. Yours. And you're still watching, you pussy-o. And by the way, for anybody that wonders, yes, there is an indicator up here. This is how many people are watching. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I've got that one over there running. This will say 0. All right. I have people chatting on here. 6 different people chatting on here. It says 1. 400 hits on a video. 1 viewer the entire time. Don't ask me, Officer Chomo. I don't like having to repeat all this shit because anybody that uses this site knows that. But Officer Chomo obviously found the script. Somebody must have emailed them to him. Anonymous left those copy and paste codes on child molestation fucking dark web message boards on purpose to track you dumbasses. How do I know this? For the last 6 months, I've watched everything crazy happen to this box, and one by one, these exploits are getting patched to where they don't work no more. And that's why YouTube doesn't immediately clamp down on my account and shit to secure it and everything. Because I'm one of the people that'll bitch about this shit. They can figure out if it's still happening or not, whether it's YouTube or SolarWinds, whoever the fuck, it doesn't matter. Are you done, Officer Chomo? Nobody gives a fuck if you watch. But the more you fucking try to interrupt me, the more I'm going to point out that a child molester with a cell phone is harassing me instead of your kids right now. I'm a lightning rod, bro. You know how lightning lightning rods work, bro? Do you know how lightning rods work, bro? The Keep it up, Chomo. Keep it up, Chomo. Keep it up, Chomo. Do you know how lightning rods work, Chomo? The electricity don't come down into the rod. In fact, lightning never comes down. It goes up. I'm the lightning rod. Get close so I can shock your ass, pussy. Speaking of Dr. Shock, he lives in Alberta. He's one of your pussy old friends. It's like the half Indonesian, half white guy claiming to be black, telling me I'm white. And that term white rat, lab rat, it's okay to experiment on Dr. Shock. What was it, Heinrich Himmler or whatever the fuck his name was from Nazi Germany, because I'm Afro-Dutch too. So he's trying to pretend to other people I'm a white South African. So it's okay to shit on me. And then to the white South Africans, he tells them I'm mixed. Because an Indonesian's considered higher than black, or black mixed with anything. The Asians are considered higher. In South Africa, 26 years ago. You're using 26-year-old stereotypes, pussy. You realize the same people believe raping a child cures HIV. Oh, virgin. By the way, if you gang rape a virgin, that's not a virgin no more, so the logic is gone from your argument. So you're just a pathological sex offender like your friends.
All I have in this...
I'm supposed to care. I'm supposed to care that I get harassed by police. I'm supposed to care that child molesters don't like me. Buddy, we stab you up in real life. We light your asses on fire. In these cases, the police don't even pursue them. You want to keep this shit up? And you're going to fight for the good pedophile fight. Right? Sorry. You're going to fight the good fight for... I can't even... How do you phrase it? These idiots have government jobs in Canada. I'm not fucking joking. Shout out to Toronto Police Ice Squad. If you ever need weed, let me know. I'll give you some cheap cigarettes too if you want. I can't imagine how much you guys must smoke and drink dealing with what you deal with. These guys are international too. From here, they get you locked up in other countries. And if you're a Canadian citizen, guess what? When you come back here, you get to go on trial a second time.
I'm from the West End. Nigga, what you saying? I'm from the West End.
From 1895 to 2005, the legal age of consent in Canada was 14 with an exception down to 12 if the difference was less than 2 years. Canada is a child sex tourism hotspot. Everybody fucking knows it. Cops think they're keeping some kind of secret. I'm blabbing too much. Well, the problem is, I was friends with a lot of these kids. So I'll juke you in your face for telling me to shut up. You made me.
Ain't nobody telling me nothing. I knew from a youngin' that I be the one I had.
Beware the man that's always carrying water in a glass bottle. And boiling hot black coffee in a thermos. You wanna fuck around? I'll fuck around, dog. They call, but they can't get a hold of this gal.
African man, that's my papa. Jamaican man, that's my shaka. Tell him the truth. Tell him the truth.
So what do I do to all the gay fucking attire, tilt hats, and all this shit? So all the parents and grandparents and aunties and shit out there know who the fuck I am. Even with failing eyesight and old age and all that shit, they will see me. I know who I am. Don't worry about it. That boy not the problem.
I'm from the
What gonna do? Ruin my reputation on my fucking plantation? You're not gonna happen.
I'm from the West End. I'm from the
Warn
West
you, I'm with the
End.
lane here. You've been done.
Strict, jungle to the Rex we deep. I can tell a West End nigga by the way you speak.
This is the Rex from your window.
Birds tripping loud in the hood.
Yep, still there. Still there.
Know that shotty with bodies got dumped in the creek. Stop, freeze. What it mean looking for me? Look, you got that degree.
What that means is we could line up microwave antennas and have
you ain't been on the scene. Record is
radio
clean.
communication or whatever. You won't be able to tap it.
Wanna date me. I got the sauce, gravy. More than they cannot replace me. Cause
but they're putting 3 more towers here or some shit.
Bitch, nigga, better watch that top and find out your top.
When I moved here, I had an excellent view of the whole west side.
I'm from the West End. So you claim you a bad mind, but y'all what a bad girl crew. Let me show you what a bad girl do. But you didn't know that I'm from the West End. I'm from the
only high-rise buildings to the west of this building are the ones they built across the fucking street.
I'm from the West End. I'm from the West End. Nigga, what you saying?
Until the beats indented it. Oh, keep it up, Officer Chomo. Keep it up, Officer Chomo. No, here's the predictability. Keep it up, Officer Chomo. Here's the predictability. Every time my face faces the screen. Every time my face faces the screen. Every time you think my eyes are closed. You think my eyes are closed right now and I can't see the screen? Okay. People are constantly screaming at me for being asleep. Man, so what the fuck are you?